Welcome into the Film Guy Network. It's football season, which means I've got a film study for you.
What's up? Really like that. You really like that?
Let's shut up and grind some tape.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome in to the Film Guy Network on a fabulous Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't know when you found this. I don't know how you found this. I'm just glad you are. And by the end of this, I bet you are as well. If you're new to the program, I'm Brooks Austin. I'm the Director of Recruiting for Sports Illustrated. I'm also known as The Film Guy. I presented that backwards. The Film Guy. We break down tape around here. We get on the board. We shut up. We grind the tape. We do a lot of talk shows on this network as well, live Monday through Thursday. So if you like any portion of this football talk, there's a whole lot of it on this channel. So go ahead and subscribe. We'd like that. I'm going to go ahead and give you my thoughts. My thoughts about this Bama offense after studying it late last night. A lot of questions. Hey, what does Kalen DeBoer change? How do these things change? What does this offense from DeBoer look like coming from Washington down to Alabama? Totally different. Totally different in my opinion. Okay, a lot more involved in the quarterback run game. I think he's taken tremendous strides to clean things up and make it a whole lot easier on the quarterback. Some of the quote-unquote development that we're seeing from Jalen Milroe, I would accredit half of that to Milroe as a player getting better, and I would credit half of that to this offensive staff and DeBoer for making things a lot easier, okay, for this quarterback. One thing I've always said about great coordinators, Jonathan, coordinators attack concepts, right? We have an installation of offense that can attack a variety of defenses. What you line up in defensively will dictate what I do offensively to attack that defensive shell. This coordinator, like all great coordinators, does a great job of doing exactly that. So going into this, I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to see a coordinator attack a lot of concepts, okay? We're going to see a coordinator see what the defense is doing and design a game plan to attack exactly that, all right? So how do you stop that defensively? Got to be multiple. Got to limit the explosives from this offense from Alabama, all right? We all excited? I'm excited. Great football game coming up this weekend. Great time to be right here on this network. We got a saying around here. Let's shut up and let's grind the tape. Let's take it to the board. I'm going to bring my phone with me, Jonathan, in case something happens, because you never know nowadays. Don't worry. That's going to zoom in eventually. They're not all that blurry. Let's go over to 3. All right, here we go. I'm going to open it up right here against Wisconsin, the most available football game we have. Now, one thing I really respect about Kalen DeBoer, okay, listen to me, not afraid to run things twice, not afraid to line up in the same formation over and over again. All right, doesn't have to be super complex. In fact, in this football game, we're going to see him repeat concepts a couple of times. We're going to see him stay in the same base formation of nub, trips to the field a lot, or trips to the boundary a lot. So here we go. We're going to see a very different formation from what they look like here in a second. But this is the base of what they want to do. By the way, I need Epic Pen. This is going to be the base of what they do. They're going to line up in nub, which around here we call nub when the tight end is naked on his own side by himself. Okay, we got a nub set over here, tight end attached to the line of scrimmage. Thank you, Jonathan. Tight end attached to the line of scrimmage with trips bunch up here to the top of your screen, if you will. All right, so this is what they lined up in most of the time against Wisconsin. In my opinion, Jonathan, they wanted to shorten this corner. Okay, they wanted this corner in the boundary playing run support. That's what they're trying to do. Now, what I will tell you, this is a linebacker or a big safety. I think it's actually a safety playing over there for Wisconsin. Georgia's not going to do this. Georgia will flip the corner and rotate the corner over here, and they'll play a bigger body, okay, more like an outside linebacker right here on this side, okay? They're not going to put that short corner or that small defensive back in run support. Now, the hard part about doing this, and this is my question going to this football game against this setting, DeBoer will motion out of duos into nub. All right, he'll get into this a different way and force your hand. If you're trying to flip it pre-snap and saying, hey, we don't want that corner in run support, he'll force your hand into doing it by formation, by motion, by alignment, okay? So there's no real hiding. You're going to have to play run support as a corner eventually. But this is what I'm talking about with regards to attacking concepts, okay? Wisconsin opens the football game
playing a little bit of a cover 3, right? So what are we going to do? We're going to run the corner or the flag route into that, and then we're going to run the arrow off of it, right? So this corner has a decision. Am I going to play the flat, or am I going to play my responsibilities as the safety rotates away from me? Watch this play develop. Nice and easy, clean picture for the quarterback. See? All right, it's actually a hook and a flat, okay? But nonetheless, we're attacking where they're vulnerable. Cover 3, we are vulnerable where? We are vulnerable in the seams, okay? And we're vulnerable in the flats. All right, so we're attacking that to start the football game, giving our quarterback a nice, easy completion. Does a good job right here, does Milroe, of putting this ball on the upfield shoulder, right? We'll put this ball here when our guy has a tremendous amount of grass in front of him because we want to turn him, face him square, all right, up the sideline. What we don't want to do is have him run that one. All right, we don't want to put that ball in front of him when we don't have defensive backs on his back. We want to turn him towards the field, towards the grass, give him an opportunity to make a play after the catch, which is exactly what he does. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, and we'll see this later in the film study, Justice Haynes is the smoothest back I've ever evaluated. Never, ever, ever looks like he's rushed. Never looks like he's sprinting, yet he's moving extremely fast. He's always in a great spot to handle contact, just like this clip right here. He runs through the safety to start the football game, or through the corner to start the football game. There you see that nub set, all right, and there you see him turning that running back around. All right, this is a total difference right here, being faced up with all this grass left, as opposed to having ran out of this speed out and then turning up the sideline like that. We all see that, right? Y'all gonna have to deal with me, all right? I got kids in school now, so we coming home with the funk all the time this time of the year. So today, I apologize. All right, bear with me. I'll try not to do it. I'd rather snot on the mic than keep sniffing you guys on the microphone. All right, one thing we're going to talk about all day on this channel. I think this dude's gettable. Caden Proctor, as big as he is, I think you can bring the fight to this guy. I really do. I question his anchor. Against Wisconsin. What do I mean? Hey, when you're getting bull rushed, buddy, we got to anchor our feet into the ground. We got to hold. We got to hold where we're at. We got to hold that ground, right? We got to have an anchor in the ground. Watch this right here. As soon as he starts to get bull, man, he gets rolled back into this quarterback, all right? We're steadily walking that thing. Back into the feet of the quarterback, all right? If I'm paying attention to tape as an edge rusher from Georgia, we're going to be speed to power to start this football game. We're going to get in this joker's chest. We're going to let him know that we're here to play football, all right? We're going to see it on short yardage downs in a little bit, where 74 is a little hesitant off the ball. 74 is a little high off the ball. 74 is a little slow off the ball. Bring the fight to this guy. I think you might have a good day. Bring the fight to this guy. You're going to have a good day. Because that's the whole point, right? We can't be doing this stuff. We can't be speed rushing this guy, allowing him to sneak up through lanes. We can't. We got to, what we got to do? We got to push the pocket. That's what everybody's talking about. Push the pocket. Where he's not going to see the pocket being pushed is from his backside. All right, so if we're vulnerable anywhere, we want to attack that left side with pressure, with real hard rushes, okay? On to 31. Similar set, flipped and bunched, okay? We flipped it now, and we scattered it just a little bit. Now we're in trips, nub, to the boundary. All right, let's see what we got offensively from Kalen DeBoer in this group. Still got cover 3, all right, does Alabama from Wisconsin. Now we got a hook defender playing really aggressive. He's seeing and keying screen right now, all right, with this corner bailing. I have one ball carrier, I have a blocker for that defender, and I should have a blocker for that immediate flat defender. We should be one-on-one, Ryan Williams with the corner right here that's bailing. That should be the design of this play. All right, we actually get a double team because this linebacker has to be responsible, and this defensive end has to be responsible for Milroe's legs. All right, if we complete this ball and make this a runner, this is a big play, all right, early on in this football game. We don't get it executed, and oh, by the way, this ball is terribly thrown. This ball is thrown way behind this back shoulder. It turns our wide receiver around, has him pirouetting in the air, and he ultimately gets tackled because of it. All right, we don't do a great job on the block on the perimeter, but if that ball is catchable, if that ball is runnable after the catch, we probably have a big play right here. I understand why Bill O'Brien said what he said. You know what I mean? If I watch this guy throw routes on air, there's no way I would ever be like, yeah, NFL football player. We're like, yeah, we're going to play quarterback the rest of our life. There's just no way. Mechanically, it's not very clean, and you guys know this. But he gets the job done, and he gets the job done really, really well. I think the scariest thing for me, Jonathan, is that this guy's got a tremendous amount of growth opportunities left. All right, from a fundamental standpoint, from a mechanical standpoint, from a pure execution and seeing the field standpoint, this guy's still growing a tremendous amount, and he's playing still really well on the college level. So that would be my primary concern, especially if I'm playing this guy week 12. If I got this guy week 11, week 9, week 10, when he's been playing this offense, I'd be really, really concerned, okay? Same set, all right? Now we're going to line up in this trips, and I believe we're going to give an orbit motion here from number 3. Okay, we're going to give an orbit motion from number 3. All right, this can't happen, guys. This can't happen for Georgia on Saturday. We got everybody pretty much covered. By the way, they've got another 3-beater, but I believe Wisconsin plays 2 deep safeties, and they're not expecting it. All right, so here's the route concept. I believe we got this guy working from behind running the out, and the point man running the out right here. So if this corner did have deep thirds, and this safety did rotate to the middle of the field, and this safety did play in the box, and this corner did do this like they did the first 4 snaps of this football game, it's probably a touchdown. It's probably a touchdown. Watch this concept down here, and again, treat it as if it were cover 3, because he's calling the play right here as if he's expecting a cover 3 drop, right? This corner now has safety help over the top. So Jalen Milroe is going to turn this play down. He's going to eat this football and check it down out here into the flat, okay, because he sees, all right, they rotated out of the coverage that we were expecting. I'm going to get rid of the football, and I'm not going to force it right now because that out's running to a corner, and that post is running not only to a safety, but the backside safety as well. So this side of the field is now nixed, so we have to check the football down. Guys, if we force this as a defense, we cannot allow yards after the catch. We can't, because we have conceded and we have made him do what we want him to do. Because the last thing we want this dude doing is throwing 45-yard bombs. We've told you, he's really, really good at it, okay? So if we force a check down, guys, we got to get the dude on the ground. We cannot allow a 2-yard throw or a throw behind the line of scrimmage right here. Okay, first defender misses, second defender misses, third defender takes 4 yards to get him down. Now all of a sudden it's first down on 3rd and 12 when we force the check down. We cannot do that. We cannot do that as a defense. We have to be able to stay keeping them behind the sticks, making them feel like as if they're a one-dimensional football team. They're going to be throwing the ball right here. We force the check down. Get the guy on the ground, okay? .134 is where we're headed next. Same set. All right, back on the ball. Now they're in the run game. All right, hey, part of the reason we play the same set, Jonathan, is so we can play with pace. We can get back on the ball. We can say, hey, flip. Just flip the formation, get it on the other side. Let's line back up on the ball and create some confusion. Look at all the resetting going on right now. Right? Look at all the resetting from Wisconsin's defense. They're not properly aligned. So with this offense, they're not a Tennessee fast-paced offense, right? They're not going to line up on it every single time, try to snap a play every 10 seconds of real time. That's not this offense. However, this offense definitely has the ability to play with hyper speed. So you've got to be able to get your cleats in the ground, get back on the ball, and get ready to play some football. Okay? This right guard, I'm going to tell you right now, if you are over number 77, buddy, bring your hat, bring your lid, whatever you want to call it, bring it, all right? Because this dude's going to play nose over toes. This dude's going to play really, really, really aggressive. So what we can't do is stand up. We can never stand up and try to read. We got to fight and strike, fire off the ball, roll our hips. We got to get off the rock, all right? Because he's going to play in this position. I promise you right now. He's going to play with forward lean in the run game every single time. He's trying to create movement and space off the line of scrimmage, and he does a really good job of this rep of doing exactly that. All right, we push a 3-tech 4 yards, we're going to get a good sizable run game right here from Justice Haynes. This is what I'm talking about with the smoothness of this back, by the way. Never ever looks like he's, sprinting through the hole, but moving with great pace. Also love right here, immediately puts that second hand on the rock. I don't know if y'all can see that, but we're immediately going with 2 hands on the rock right here in a pile so we don't force a fumble, right? Super clean. It's almost like his dad played in the league for 9 years, eh, John?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to tell you right now, in my opinion, if I see empty, you're going empty for 2 reasons. 2 reasons and 2 reasons alone. Do you know what the 2 reasons are? Can you take a guess?
Screen being one of them?
No. Quarterback draw. I think you're a quarterback draw team out of empty, and I think you're trying to take my head off out of empty. I am predicting shots, quarterback draws. That's it. All right? If they don't take the shot, he probably going to take off running. And right here, they're trying to, I believe, take the seam shot right here from number 2 in the slot because they're going to get cover 1, a little bit of man coverage right here from Wisconsin, all right? I don't know what in the hell they're doing. I don't know why this dude's running all the way out here. I think he thinks they're in man coverage, so he's got to run all the way out here. This is number 22, the running back right here. So he must think he's got man coverage. That's why he's bailing out all the way over here. Jalen Milroe is going to take the deep shot immediately, all right? He's going to look to safety left. Great job right there, and he's going to come back to this seam shot. By the way, they missed this right here. They missed this right here. They get to this in about 5 minutes from now. All right, they put Ryan Williams in the slot, run the same exact play. It's a touchdown. All right, so if they're an empty, guys, they're trying to kill you. By the way, they're taking the shot down here out of the slot with Ryan Williams as well. All right, we look to safety left to give ourselves the opportunity back right. Take a look at the throw. See what I mean by eyes left, trying to pull that safety, okay, and then dropping that ball in, wide receiver falls. Here's what I'm talking about with this mechanics. Look at this guy. He's driving straight. It looks like he's throwing a dig right into the second window. It looks like he's throwing this ball. This ball's going to end up on the sideline, guys. On the sideline with our body and everything lined up straight middle. I, for the life of me, can't figure out how this guy gets as much juice and as much velocity and carries as much distance and arc as he does with the football, because mechanically it does not make any sense. If we do get this guy cleaned up mechanically, good God Almighty, I have no idea what the ceiling of this football player could ultimately look like. Because he still throws with tremendous touch and arc on those deep balls. Everything intermediate, if he can't rip it, I worry about it. But, you know, those deep balls, man, the mechanics on them don't make much sense. But he gets the job done. Back in the nub right here, all right, and here comes the quarterback draw. One thing I've talked about ad nauseum, at least in my own head, I don't know if I brought this analysis to the show yet. I felt like Tommy Rees last year at some point was like, hey, we got to run the quarterback, right? Well, how are we going to run the quarterback? Well, Tommy last year did a lot of read options, a lot of triple arrows, right? A lot of option-based looks where, ooh, we're going to have to make a real tough read. We're going to have to stare at that defensive end. Is he crashing? Okay, now I pull. All right, now I'm pulling. Okay, here comes the outside linebacker. Am I in pitch phase? Okay, he's taking me. I'm going to pitch the football. All right, it's multiple reads last year on this guy. I think DeBoer has done a tremendous job of saying, hey, we're going to run the quarterback? All right. Design run the quarterback. Don't make it hard on them. We're running you. You are the option. There is no multiple options here. You are the option. They do a lot more designed automatic quarterback runs for this guy, making the reads really, really clean, making the reads really, really easy, and understanding, guys, like, if we want this guy to run, let's just call a run play for him. Let's not try to be all trickery and fancy. Let's just call a run play for him. By the way, bring your lid. Bring your lid. Watch number 1 right here. You got to bring a hat in this football game. Alabama don't play no shit. Alabama does not play no shit, okay? This is a bad Wisconsin team, Jonathan. Yeah. It's a bad Wisconsin team. Hello, number 1. Number 1 gets him another one here in a second. We're going to 2047, the very next play. See what I mean? No read, just go. No read, just go. Let's just run quarterback, jet sweep. We ain't got to worry about nothing. Here's what I mean by shortening that side, right? No matter what you try to do, I don't care if you want to run the safety over here and flip it, the corner back on this side and play 3 over 3. I don't care what you do. It doesn't matter because he's going to motion to it anyways. He's going to make you enforce your hand. So what's he trying to do? He's going to get into a pseudo nub set like we showed earlier, but now because the tight end has motioned, we're not going to attach him. We're going to leave him detached from the line of scrimmage, but all we're really trying to do is take that defensive back and put him in run support. Not only put him in run support, but put him in run support with a lead blocker right here as well, okay? So just trying to get to a good balanced number count while also knowing, like, look, they got nobody outside of that area. So if we really, really want to attack that area, we can. And oh, by the way, if we really want to get frisky, we might be able to add an additional hat to it, which they will later in the red zone. Okay, they will later in the red zone. I think in plus territory, Jonathan, I'm going to go ahead as a defensive coordinator. Plus territory, meaning we're inside the 40 and going in. We're in scoring range, right? I'm gonna defensively prepare for quarterback run. That's what I'm going to do because it's their most statistically safe play. All right, they've already got points on the board, essentially. They're trying to guarantee those points on the board, and the best way to do that is to run 4 right now in this offense, in my opinion. I will say this. I don't think he's the shiftiest runner, Jonathan. I think he runs away from people. I don't think he delivers blocks like exceptionally well, but he's so dynamic and so athletic that it doesn't really matter. He's going to outrun some things anyways. Going to 313 right here. Still in nub. At this point, I'm just going to call this their base formation. This is home base for them. This is what they want to do. See what I mean by 77? He's going to play over his toes. There is no doubt. This dude is going to play in this position a lot on Saturday. A lot, okay? Now, for every 3 clips of this, you're going to see 3 clips of the 3-tech being 5 yards downfield. So it's a give and take. It is certainly a give and take, but you're going to see this on tape from this guy, okay? Now, see, we're going to get into this trips nub bunch, right? Trips bunch nub is what we would call that. And now we're going to motion this guy away, and we're going to get a stacked forced release right here, right? We're going to switch this release off the line of scrimmage and make these guys, all right, all 3 of these dudes, I think one of them transfers away with the motion. All right, all of these guys, they're going to have to process, hey, who's my guy? On this switch release, who am I taking? And you'll see, if I remember correctly, it does indeed create some space. I think this is the play Ryan Williams might be a little late on. Yeah, I think it's a little bit late right here. All right, it's 3rd and 5. Okay, it's 3rd and 5. We know they're bringing pressure. We've got to speed this up, man. We've got to get out and one less shimmy. Watch Ryan Williams right here. All right, this one extra one, a little bit too much. I still think we're 17 years old, okay? We got to go now. It's 3rd and 5. Go, 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 go. We got to go. And not only that, we got to get to the depth. We got to get to the 22-yard line, and right now we're breaking this out at the 25-yard line. So we're going to be short of the sticks either way. All right, we're going to be short of the sticks either way. I think this gets executed a lot better in coming weeks. All right? Probably don't need to shimmy that much against off coverage. I know we're trying to get this guy back in because we're working out. All right, but we got to go now. We got to go now because we're out of the timing with the quarterback. All right, and he ultimately kind of throws this ball away looking for the corner. Same concept, though, out of a different look. We saw the hitch with the corner, or the arrow with the hitch earlier. Now we're doing a very similar thing in the sense that we're running the corner with the out right here. All we're trying to do is, assuming we're getting cover 3, we're still trying to attack that cover 3 corner. They end up getting man coverage right here, all right, and it kind of nicks the play. This is where, if I'm the offensive coordinator, I probably want you pulling the ball down and just taking off, right? 3rd and 5, you're basically Jalen Milroe should never throw the ball away. You know what I mean? Unless it's automatically like, okay, there's no way I'm escaping this. I'm going to get sacked. I need to get rid of the ball. If that's the case, yes. But in this situation, buddy, it's 3rd and 5. Go make a play. Go make a play right now, all right? Great pickup by Jam Miller right here in pass protection. Wham! Great pickup right there by a veteran back. Go to 406. All right, new possession. New possession right here, and look at the formation. Completely different. We got duos, all right? We're going to bring the tight end in motion. We call this cheat motion right here. We're going to snap the football as he's running towards the line of scrimmage, all right? And we're working what I would call Y lead read option. Y lead read. You see this on NCAA all the time. You see these on video games all the time. All we're doing is getting a read option look for our quarterback, all right, with the feint from the tight end and adding him into the box. I'm going to tell you this right now. I consider this a design keep based off the way I see this tight end lurk and kind of, falsify this edge right here on this defensive end. I think it's an automatic keep. Again, making it nice and easy for our quarterback. All right, we don't have to read anything. In fact, we're going to give you an additional hat out on the backside. Bring your lid. Bring your lid. Wisconsin's bad. You know, go back and watching that offensive tape from Wisconsin. I don't know why. Luke Fickell being an air raid offense makes no sense to me. He is a defensive-minded coach. He wants to limit possessions, play great defense, do all that good stuff. That's what he did at Cincy. They're very pro-style. And now they're an air raid team that can't air raid. They don't have wide receiver weapons. They don't have good quarterback play. It's a bad football team, in my opinion. But this is what you do to bad football teams. You dominate them. You do not allow them to have any type of confidence, any type of falsified confidence. Alabama dominated in this football game. Bring your lid, man. Bring your lid. I love 45, by the way. Can you Google 45's name for me? All right, because I just keep calling him 45, and the dude blocks his ever-loving ass off. Same nub set right here. Yeah, I said at this point, let's just call this their home formation. How will you align? That's my question. I really do. I wonder how you align against this, because Wisconsin's just rolling the corner in. This is the guy that would normally be playing out here, right? If they were in a 3-by-1 set, that's where he would be. So they motioned him in or squeezed him in, and now we have a corner essentially playing outside linebacker. He's essentially playing Will right now at 190 pounds or however big he is, all right? And if you don't align like this, he'll just motion you into it to maybe force your hand into aligning like this. So bottom line, no matter what happens, corners better be big boys, all right? Better be big boys and be ready to play and support against the run, because he's going to force your hand. That's all he's trying to do right now. Look, we got a combination block between the tight end and the tackle going up to a nickel corner or a defensive back, right? That's not ideal for us as an offense. We got 77 on the ground again, folks. We got 77 on the ground again because, again, plays way too far out over his toes. You will see this. You will see this over and over and over and over again on tape, all right?
Robbie Outs.
Robbie who?
Outs.
Where's he from?
He is from Rock Hill High School in South Carolina.
Hell yeah. Shout out to him. By the way, as much as I talked about like Caden Proctor in the pass department and sometimes on short yardage, I think from center to left tackle, they're as good as it gets in the run game. I think they do a lot of really, really good stuff on this backside, particularly this guy. This guy's an elite football player. That's supposed to be a star. It turned out into an A. I don't know why. That's Tyler Booker. Bama fans know all about him. Georgia fans know all about him. You recruited him heavily. All right, he's a dog. He's an absolute dog. He's a pit bull playing guard. All right, so just know. He's going to talk his shit too. You can see his head doing this on tape. And when I see your head doing this on tape after plays, you talking that shit, fam. All right, now, this block right here from this tight end indicates to me this is an automatic keep for the quarterback. All right, watch how this tight end attacks this. There's no way in hell he's blocking this like this, all right, turning his butt back to the outside unless this is an automatic keep. We wouldn't be pushing this guy towards the ball carrier, right? We wouldn't be pushing this dude towards this running back if that was ever the designed option or if that ever was an option. We'd have to play this square. All right, instead, we're playing this with our butt to the sideline, indicating to me, again, we have a designated quarterback run here with an arc release from number 5, okay? So now we're going to do this a little bit different. We arc released the Y last time with cheat motion. This time, we're going to put him right here. We're going to put our little H-back right here, our little slot receiver right here, and we're going to arc release him and put him on the front side for the quarterback. Great play and great recognition right here from the safety, seeing it, rotating back down and picking this up. Again, I don't think he's the most elusive runner out in space. I think he's going to outrun you, okay? I think he's going to try to outrun you, but I haven't seen this guy, I haven't seen him do that. You know what I mean? You like that, Jonathan? You got a little smirk on that one. Where we at time-wise there, Jay?
30.
Hell yeah. We're already a page through. Empty for 2 reasons. Empty for 2 reasons. What are they?
Quarterback top up. Yeah.
Quarterback draw, taking shots. All right, we saw him get in this same exact situation last time. All right, this time we're in empty again. We got 26. That's Jam Miller all the way out there. All right, can't tell who this is. Doesn't matter. Can't tell who this is. Doesn't matter. Can't tell who this is. Doesn't matter. That's the 17-year-old. All right, last time we saw them try to take this this field or this boundary fade, if you will, this slot fade, try to throw it to somebody else at the wide receiver position. This time, DeBoer's going to say, screw that. Let's put Ryan Williams in at that position. Let's call the same exact play the next time we get there. And I believe this is, I can't tell the down and distance. This might be 2nd and 9 right here. 2nd and 9 in plus territory. If they're in empty, it's for one or two reasons. They're drawing or they're taking shots, and here comes the shot. Okay, and it's a beautifully thrown ball. It's a touchdown. We also look the safety left again. All the fundamentals here are really, really good. Again, don't know how in the hell we throw this ball. I don't know how this gets to the front pylon, but it does. Look where he's lined up, guys. He's straight down the hash. Straight down the hash. It looks like he could throw this ball off the damn goalpost. And somehow he puts this ball with arc out on the pylon. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I think I would spend 6 months trying to correct it in the offseason and making this guy a fundamentally clean thrower if I drafted him. If not, if I were a college coach, I would probably just be like, all right, we're just going to live with it. We're going to take shots. We're going to run the quarterback. All right, we're not going to ask this guy to really hey, see the field nice and clean, go 1, 2, 3, check down. We're not going to ask him to do that stuff. We're going to ask him to play to his strengths consistently. I think it's a great job of coaching, in my opinion. I got a false start here. We run through false starts. Let's go to 6-13. All right, so this is a little bit of a read, but this is an easier read for him. All right, we have the outside zone working here. We're reading this defensive end. If he goes upfield at all, we're pulling that ball right here. And oh, by the way, we've got a backside guard inserting. I would call this quarterback power read is what we would call this, because we're running power, all right, with the quarterback, and we have the read option out the outside. But you can see, in my opinion, it's a much easier read for the quarterback, Jonathan, when you're the vertical press, all right, as opposed to, is he diving? I don't know. His shoulders are kind of square. Now I'm the outside option. This is much easier to see. It's right there in front of you. And oh, by the way, if we misread it, all we got to do is run through an arm tackle right here from a defensive end whilst working vertical, which in my opinion is his best trait. When this guy's going this way, I'm terrified. I got enough team speed if I'm an SEC defense to try to get him when he's running horizontal. At least I know he's not going to score on me. Dude, if he goes up the field vertically, we're in deep shit. See what I mean by the elusiveness? He's not the greatest shaker of bait, if you will. All right, 636 is where we're heading next. I wouldn't say this guy is exactly a flawless processor. All right. Now, remember this concept. We come back to it later. We're in nub. We're going to run a version of a smash concept, right? We're going to run the corner with the arrow from the back. All right. We also have somebody working on the drag here in the second window. So the first primary read, right? We're going to read this top down. We're going to read this 1 to 2 to 3. All we are reading is this corner. All right. If this corner, like we think, has been in cover 3, right? That's what they've been playing to start this football game, or at least a lot of. All right, so this is probably going to be our winner. This is where it's going to be. We got to pay attention to that front side corner, all right? Front side corner bailed, okay? Front side corner bailed, 2nd and 15, take it now. If we don't take it now, all right, we're going to pay attention to what happens to this tight end. I believe he either falls down or his defender falls down. Defender falls down, so probably should be hitting the corner right now, right? If not, he's already moved back down to the dig or the drag. Buddy, the drag's wide open. Take it now. If that's where we're at, why aren't we taking it? So, we're going to end up kind of almost throwing this ball away to the defense. When we had, 3 winners. The primary read, the check down read was there. The flag was there. The drag is there. We almost throw an interceptable ball right here. This is confusing to me. Okay? So now, we've already came back to the dig. Why aren't we taking, or the drag right now? Why aren't we taking that? Our eyes are here. Why are we waiting for him to clear all the way over here and then kind of haphazardly, unconfidently throwing a ball up into the air right here. This doesn't make any sense to me. That ball wasn't tipped. That ball wasn't hit, I don't think. I've looked at this play 4 or 5 times. Maybe his arm is hit. Maybe he can't finish through the play. But the reason the pressure is upon us is because we're late. We're way late. So, yeah, there has been some improvement. I think a lot of the improvement, like I said, 50% of it, probably dedicated to the coordinator more so than the quarterback. Coordinator making it a lot easier on this guy than years past. He's way late on that ball. All right, 7:04. Empty for 2 reasons. Empty for 2 reasons. Now we're going to bring the tight end in, all right? And now we're 6-man pass protection out of empty. Buddy, they're taking a shot. I would assume they're taking a shot. Actually checks the ball down here to the running back out in the flat, who thinks he's definitely dead on this play. This guy definitely thinks he's dead on this play. I think they were expecting some type of different coverage here. Jonathan? Wisconsin gets off the field here on 3rd and 9. Oh, I know why this is on the notes. Check the left tackle, guys. Check the left tackle. Now, he eventually settles his feet. He eventually gets it down. But he's the reason this ball has to come out, okay? In my opinion. Now, the quarterback's trying to play on time. But if we do that every time they drop back as a defense, I'm going to feel a whole hell of a lot better about my opportunity to succeed as a defense than I would any other time, right? Because I have yet, and Bama fans, correct me if I'm wrong, I have yet to see, okay, left tackle getting pressure, step up in the pocket, reset our feet, deliver a strike. There's not a lot of that on tape, right? If anything, there's a lot of, left tackle's getting beat. I'm just going to stand here, be strong, throw this ball, right? Which is what we see right here. I just see a quarterback standing strong and checking the ball down instead of, hey, let's play with some pocket awareness. Let's maybe move away from our right tackle or left tackle and try to buy some time, right? Let's maybe leak here and, maybe that deep crosser will come back open here on 3rd and 9. You see what I'm saying? Instead of checking the ball down below the sticks. If we could put people at his feet, I think you can be all right. 7:55. Center, left guard, left tackle. These 3 in the run game are as good as you're going to see in this conference, in my opinion, especially the center and the left guard. I think they do a really, really good job of doing that right there. Okay? That's a tremendous crease. That's a tremendous crease. Great job by the backside guard, too, getting up to the linebacker as they see the stunt, right? So this D tackle goes away. Let's not chase him backwards. Let's continue on our track. Eventually, somebody on the other team will run to us, okay? Great job by 77. See that? Provide the hand backside and then get back up into our track, all right, and on track onto the second level. I think he gets away with a hold there, but that's beside the point. I think 74 got away with a hold too. .809. Cheat motion to run ISO out of 12 personnel. I mean, you got to prepare for everything. There's a H-back on the field. The Y is attached, so 81 and 45 are on the field together right now. We're going to bring number 1, our best wide receiver blocker, in here, and we're going to run lead ISO on the safety right here in the red zone. This is a touchdown if the backside defender doesn't run it down. All right, if this defender doesn't run this play down, this is a touchdown. And honestly, I think in the next coming months, you'll see this cheat motion with the ISO ran with the back on the right and a read, okay? In other words, we're going to hold this defender true by putting the quarterback square, putting the running back on the right, having him cross-face this way, and at least giving the look of a potential read out of the backside, because we got to hold this guy honest, all right? So the next time you see this, I think you see it out of side saddle. I think you see it out of side saddle when we realize, hey, we got to do something to keep the backside end honest, because they have the option to do so. Because like I said, this is a touchdown. You can see it from the tight angle. This is a touchdown if the backside defender doesn't run this down. I mean, there is nothing but grass. We got a lead defender for the safety. We're walking in. We are walking in because our coordinator designed a winner. The only thing he didn't do is account for this guy who makes the play at +3. but simplistic, but not, you know what I mean? Like, they'll do the same concepts. Like, right now, they just motioned back into nub out of 12. All right, so still an H-back, still a Y. Right now, hey, ball in the green zone. I'm probably expecting number 4's legs to be involved here, especially now that they motion to empty. If I'm motioning to empty, what are we doing empty for? QB draw or shots. That's all they're doing, and they're in the red zone at the 12-yard line. So what are they not doing? They're not taking a shot. They're probably running the quarterback. We got quarterback sweep, pin and pull, actually, back to the short side. We're going to pull Tyler Booker, trying to get 77 out as well. He sees grass or a color in front of him, so he has to stick. But, hey, we are motioning to empty for one of two reasons. We're trying to kill you with a shot pass or shot play, or we're running the quarterback, all right? We're trying to just, again, shorten that running surface, right? We're going to block down. We're going to pull Tyler Booker for number 14. Should be a big hitter, all right, if the combination block from 45 and 81 actually get to the front side inside linebacker. You two guys are comboing to 7. As soon as 7 flows over, okay, somebody's got to come off and pick him up. Watch this combination block. 81's doing a great job of keeping his eyes on that linebacker. All right, now, hey, we've got to push 45 off. We've got to deliver him over to that front side inside linebacker. That's who makes the play. If 7 never shows grass again, hey, coordinator's job is to design winners. Get us in a good count. Get us into a good situation where we're advantageous as an offense. He does exactly that. We don't execute as players. That's not on the coordinator, right? Coordinator did his job right there of getting us a good look and having nobody left, all right, for the quarterback if we do our job as an offense. 9-17. I told you. Hey, short yardage situation, right? It's obvious by the asses. We got a lot of squatted asses. We got a lot of flat backs. All right, we got a lot of bodies in the box. We've got a short yardage situation. I think the fight can be brought to this guy. I really do. If there's anything I'm pointing out on this film, I think 74 can be effed with, if you will. All right, look at this. Boom, strike. We're high. We're going to fall over. We're getting put into the pile a yard and a half behind the line of scrimmage, okay, against a veteran Wisconsin defensive tackle. Because we're playing too high, because we're slow off the ball, because we don't get our feet in the ground, because we don't bring our hat in our hands. There's a lot of reasons why this is going wrong. Most importantly, he is the highest player on the field at all times. He will be. That's what I'm saying. I think you can bring the strike to this dude, all right, and set him into the backfield. Where we at? Where we at time-wise there, Jay? 9:35, this is the same clip right here. Bring the fight. Oh, this is actually a different clip. This is another red zone run. And again, I think the fight can be brought to this guy, right? Everybody else is meaner than shit. 52 is a damn rattlesnake. 72, athletic as hell. 77, wants to murder. 57, Columbus, Georgia, dog. All right, like there's a lot of really, really violent football players here. If we're going to attack anybody with some thump, I think it's 74. I do. Let's go to 9:58. He's not afraid to run things multiple times. Okay, he's not afraid to run things multiple times. We're going back to the quarterback power or quarterback sweep right here, all right, and it gets shut down. But the reason I put this on here, guys, is because we're 45 minutes into this film study. All right, we've seen him repeat empty slot fades twice. We've seen him run quarterback sweep now twice in 4 plays. We've seen him sit in nub majority of this football game. This dude is not afraid to run what works. So you better be making adjustments on the fly. All right, because if you take till halftime to make adjustments on this guy, it's not going to be over, but he's going to have all the momentum as a play caller and still have the opportunity to be diverse and be multiple in the second half. You've got to adjust on the fly against this football team like Wisconsin's doing right here. It's a great play by the defensive end right here. The next note just says number 2 is 17. Oh, I know why. All right, we've got a false start right here, right? We got a free play. We got a guy in the ends or in the encroachment area. Hey, fades. Fades right now, go. We're trying to score a touchdown. What we can't do is jog off the ball. Watch 2 down here. All right, you are the most outside receiver. You are the most outside receiver, which means on most free shots, you're getting the ball. The ball's going to go to you. We're going to try to throw that fade all the way to the field right here. I think Ryan Williams was just, hey, I'm 17. Last year, that was a dead play, in high school, down there at Saraland, Florida. It would have been a dead play. He's treating it like a dead play. We kind of jog off the ball. All right, we're looking at the quarterback. Is he going to throw me? I think maybe he thinks he's going to get a back shoulder fade here. That's the only reason I would think he's not trying to get on top of this corner. $10.40. Guess what? Quarterback run. This play should go inside, I think. We're following this lead blocker. All right, we're giving this look here, and then one's going to come, and we're supposed to be following him, I would imagine. We're trying to run a version of this ISO play again, this quarterback ISO with one inserting right here. All right, but Ford just says, to hell with all that. I'm a 4-4-8 guy. I'm just going to run to the pylon, and he does exactly that. Again, green zone, inside the 20. Let's just play cover 0. That's what I would do. I would play cover 0. I know they're great. I know they're really good on the outside at wide receiver. But I can't let this guy beat me. I can't let his legs beat me in this football game in the red zone. I'm going to live and die by stopping the run here. I'm going to live and die by stopping Ford's options to run the football. All right, now, the very next possession, they come out looking very, very different. Very different. We were in nub. We've seen duo. We've seen all kinds of stuff. Now we got the H off the line of scrimmage. All right, we're going to run orbit motion, and then we're going to run H counter back to the short side. All right, so the moment you think you're getting a simple game plan, now this isn't complex. Everybody's running counter nowadays. This isn't new to college football. It's just a new way. It's the first time they've presented this, and we've seen, 30 snaps? Seen 30 snaps. This is the first time they've shown this type of look. Let's look at it from the tight. Hits really clean. If the backside, if this guy doesn't make this play, this is a touchdown. I think he's the one that runs this down. I think this goes for a very, very, very long time. Okay, we're one-on-one with the safety right there after 6 or 7 yards. I love me some Tyler Booker, man. I think I could watch that guy play for the rest of my life. I love me somebody who's violent and plays hard. That's all I want. I want somebody who's violent and plays hard. All right, so now he's seen you kind of, hey, we're shortening edges, right? We got all 11 guys over here defensively. Where are we kind of vulnerable as a defense? Right? We're vulnerable to a jet sweep right now. So he sees this. He's seen them kind of attach with this H-back, this 12 personnel. He's seen them really shrink in, add an additional linebacker onto the field, add another big body. So now we're going to arc release our 2 tight ends. Okay, we're going to arc release our 2 tight ends. We're going to add the running back in for the front side inside linebacker. And right now, we look like we got a touchdown on tape. That's what we look like. We look like we got a touchdown on tape. All Ryan's got to do is outrun that safety from the backside. Unfortunately, it doesn't end up like that. Some guys shed some blocks out here, all right, and we end up getting tackled due to pursuit from the backside. On these jet sweeps, guys, these got to be clean hitters. To outrun these angles, we cannot have to shake anybody off. We got to be able to hit this crease and go right now because we're running this loop and this guy's running this straight angle. All right, straight lines, much faster, no matter how fast we are. So we can't hesitate right here. Once we see grass, we got to go. We got to go right now. We got to stick our foot in the ground and go. Okay, allow this guy to pick this up, all right, or at least get a chip of it and get going. All right, 12:04. Same set as earlier. Now we're back in nub with 81 attached, and we have the halfback right here. We're going to run that same thing we ran earlier. We got the corner with the arrow right here. All we're doing as a quarterback is reading this defender. What does he do? All right, what does he do? Down set hut. All right, drops back, and immediately now with our eyes on him, great job, Jalen. I believe your eyes are indeed locked on this defensive back. Now he's jumping this route, right? That's what I see. I see a corner driving down on this arrow that he saw a little bit earlier in the football game. So one would believe we're probably working this arrow. And we also know on the backside we've got the drag coming. for any type of check down late in the play, right? So let's see how this play develops. Right now, with this corner jumping, I think we're probably going to hit this corner. Oh, the corner's running to grass, but the tight end has now fell down. I would honestly give the quarterback a plus right now if he threw this ball and it was incomplete. Because it's the right read, isn't it? It's the right read. This is not. This is getting driven down on 2nd and 15. We're going to give up, or a 2nd and 9. All right, we're going to give up a TFL right here, or a less than perfect play. I think it's actually 3rd down. I think they get off the field right here. All right, what I would have liked to have seen from the quarterback, I would have liked to see, bite, either an incompletion here or seeing that the tight end fell and then inevitably getting back to our check down or scrambling. That would have been perfect play from the quarterback. Or, now I don't know if he's actually in the concept, but he opens up way late. All right, what time are we at right here? I got one more.
51.
All right, perfect. All right, this is why I wouldn't be able to sleep at night, right here. This is why I would not be able to sleep at night, because I don't know how you stop this. In fact, I don't even know as an offense how I make sure these things happen more often, because they are very unscripted. They're very outside the framework of the play itself. We've got a hitch right here from Ryan Williams. Now, as the play develops, Ryan Williams realizes that the corner has bitten, and the quarterback is now extending the play from within the pocket. He's not going to scramble outside the pocket. He's extending the play, holding on to the ball from within the pocket, and Ryan Williams is going to get upfield. Play's dead. Play's dead right here. Play seems dead. We got 2 offensive tackles getting pushed into our quarterback like we're talking about earlier. All right, we got a lot of pressure in the box. We got a guy hitting a hitch right here. And for some reason, we're going to throw this ball right here on this sideline. By the way, he's already about to throw. He's about to throw right now, and he's starting just now to work up the field. Guys, I don't know how, why, when. I don't know how you develop this type of stuff. I don't know how you develop this type of rapport, all right, but it's certainly there. And this is what Kirby, I think, was alluding to yesterday when he was basically saying, hey, sometimes the best thing you can do is cover everybody. Sometimes the worst thing you can do is cover everybody. This would be an example of the worst thing that you can do sometimes against this guy. Play's dead for a lot of football players. It really is. Play is dead, or maybe hitting that tight end or doing something. We're not throwing that ball unscripted. There's not a lot of people in this world throwing that ball unscripted, all right? So that is a pseudo scramble drill without a scramble, and that's what makes this offense so damn hard to prepare for. Did you have fun, Jay Will? I did as well. Hey, if you enjoyed today's broadcast, we appreciate you for being here. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and damn sure make sure you subscribe, all right? If you're not subscribed to this channel, you just don't love ball. I think I'm just going to challenge you with that one right there. Appreciate you for being here. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out. I love you.